In a year with 4 different blockbuster spy films, the great granddaddy of them all is back.
Forgot about
and
that
it's
one.
bringing absolutely nothing new to the table. Spectre.
Absolutely nothing.
Coming off the franchise high of Casino Royale, whatever Quantum of Solace was, and Skyfall. Sam Mendes and Daniel Craig return with one of the best opening scenes in Bond history, followed by 3 minutes of tentacle porn, followed by not much else.
No veremos más muestras de debilidad.
Hello? Guys, did you mute the video or something?
Hello. Did you mute the video?
I think somebody broke the volume. And speak. Speak. Say something.
Does anyone challenge?
Finally, prepare for Bond by the numbers as you check all the old tropes off the list, like the car, gadgets, catchphrases,
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
and underdeveloped female sex objects. As Daniel Craig sleepwalks through a performance where it's clear he'd rather slash his wrist than do it again. Oh, poor guy had to pretend to be James Bond for millions of dollars. Suck it up and drink your martini. Experience a Roger Moore-era Bond film if Roger Moore was a Moby Dick trying to get fired from his own movie that tries to balance the playful tone of the 60s.
Doesn't time fly?
With the gritty version of Bond, they've spent 3 movies establishing
Your father's dead.
Did you kill him?
I didn't have to. He did it himself.
Man, these things do not go well together. But Bond is a franchise that's only as good as its villains, which is why this one is so thoroughly average as they waste the extremely talented Dave Bautista, the awesome bad guy from Sherlock, and 2-time Academy Award winner Christoph Waltz, who, in a surprise twist, is playing classic Bond villain Ernst Blofeld. A reveal that younger viewers probably didn't get, and older viewers totally predicted, because it makes sense that a movie called Spectre would have the guy who runs Spectre in it. Ugh, did we learn nothing from Into Darkness? All they're missing is that mumbo-jumbo about super blood.
What is it?
Smart blood. Using the smart blood. The smart blood program is obviously still in its developmental phase.
Oh, come on, man, really? Suit up for a shoestring plot about a generic surveillance MacGuffin that actually expects you to remember Quantum of Solace, full of action sequences that feel like playing GoldenEye 64 on agent difficulty. And a bunch of crap you never wanted to see in a Bond movie, like briefings,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the security services of the world to unite.
board meetings,
Leaves one of his duties outstanding.
lectures about drones,
And all the drones, bugs, cameras, transcripts, all the surveillance in the world. Can't tell you what to do next.
lectures about meteors,
The carton off. The oldest in human possession.
therapy,
Do you consider your employment to be psychologically stressful?
Sometimes.
waiting for an Uber, and a finale so lazy there are literally arrows pointing James Bond to the end of the movie.
Oh my God.
Guys, how do you make James Bond versus the Illuminati boring? So if you see only one movie this year about a hero who belongs in a different era, battling a sleeper cell inside his own organization with their own tentacle logo against a former friend that was presumed dead in the snow, you should probably just rewatch The Winter Soldier. It's way better anyway. Starring
That's true. There we go.
James Bourne, Sean Connery, Roger Bohr, George Lazenby, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, Blofeld, Judi Dench Frowning, Ralph Fiennes, popular on Tumblr, silent but deadly, and BuzzFeed. Dullfinger.
Dullfinger.
If you thought that shower scene in Skyfall was weird, wait until you see Bond, Porco Widow, on the day of her husband's funeral. After breaking into her house? Yeah, she's
That's right.
totally not into that. That's creepy. Even by James Bond standards. Ugh.
I think Honest Trailer's starring section there was amazing. That was awesome because it did seem like they were just phoning it in. The writers, Daniel Craig himself, it was Yeah, it was a sight to behold because this movie was nowhere near like Skyfall standards. It was much closer to Quantum of Solace standards. Nothing close to Casino Royale. Like it's in this weird space where it's like there are some cool things about it, but it just doesn't really work all that well. It's pretty forgettable for a Bond film. Not as bad as Quantum of Solace, but it's still forgettable, which is weird. It's weird because there's a lot that I don't remember about this one. I remember the opening sequence. I also remember that Radiohead was supposed to do the intro song, and they actually did. I think I put it in one of the other Bond reactions, but Radiohead was supposed to do the intro song for Spectre, not Sam Smith. And I hate that. I don't like that song either. Not as bad as No Time to Die. I think that's the worst song. No Time to Die is really bad. But we got what we got. Now let's get to the pitch meeting. But before we do that, I want to give you guys a big thank you. Watchers, subscribers, members, all you guys. I appreciate all the support. To my hyper crew, Brian Tidwell, Steve O, Slepnir, Dash Milner, K6013, Daniel Lopez, Portalo Mobile 44, Kratos, William Cooper, Shane Cook, Richie Chester, and Squall Leonhardt. Thank you guys for choosing that top tier crew. Now, let's get to the pitch meeting.
So, you have a James Bond movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this one's gonna be all about James Bond. That's actually perfect. So what happens in this thing? Well, we're gonna start with James Bond going rogue in Mexico City. Oh, spies going rogue. That's extremely hot in movies right now. Yeah, some might even say it's overdone. Well, wait, that doesn't sound positive. Oh, well, then ignore I said it. Oh, okay, done. So James Bond kills some bad guys and destroys a bunch of property and then gets in trouble for it. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, and Q injects some nanotech things into his blood because now he needs to be tracked at all times. Oh man, it's gonna be hard for him to go about his rogue spy business with smart blood. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he manages to convince Q to give him 48 hours without tracking him. How does he manage that? By asking him. Well, very easy to convince. Yeah, well, you know, they have a lot of history. There's kind of a connection there. So then Bond steals a $3 million car that Q was working on. Oh, James Bond's a jerk to his friends. Yeah. So what does he need the car for anyway? Well, Bond reveals that the reason he went rogue in Mexico is because when M died, she sent him a video telling him to kill a guy and then go to his funeral. Why couldn't she have told him that while she was still alive? Well, because the character didn't know I was going to write this script when she was alive. Oh, okay, gotcha. So James drives to this funeral in Italy and then immediately hits on the widow. Oh my god. Yeah, and it turns out she's being hunted by assassins. They're like slowly following her through her house with guns. Uh-oh. But then Bond shoots them both and saves her. Why didn't the assassins just shoot her on sight? What were they waiting for? I don't know. Fair enough. So then Bond sleeps with the widow and she gives him all the information he needs. Why does she do that? Because he's the protagonist and she's a plot point. That works. So she tells him about this evil meeting taking place and he gets into it using a ring he took from the dead guy. They just let him in because he has a special ring? That's right. And he doesn't find that suspicious in any way? He doesn't, no. Well, okay then. So in this big evil meeting, they're trying to find a replacement for the guy that Bond killed. And so this one big guy, Hinks, pokes another guy's eyes out with thumb knives, so he gets chosen for the job. Why does that qualify him? Does? That makes sense to me now. And then this big bad guy that's running the meeting reveals that he knows that James Bond is in the room. Uh-oh. So then James Bond runs away and escapes. So they knew he was there the whole time and they didn't have multiple people guarding the door or waiting for him at his car? That's what we're going with. If you say so. So then James goes to the next plot point. Oh, does he sleep with this one? Well, this one's an old man. So is that a no? No, and it turns out this guy is Mr. White. I don't know. Is that a Breaking Bad thing? No. It's a guy from Quantum of Solace, remember? No, like most people, I kind of wiped that one from my memory. Dang it. Well, I hope some people are going to remember this guy. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, well, anyway, this plot point was poison, so he gives Bond some information and then kills himself. Oh, my God. But he makes James promise to take care of his hot daughter, Madeline, because she might be in danger. Oh, I bet he's going to take care of her. Yeah, he's going to take care of her. Oh, I bet he is. He is, yeah. Oh, being oblivious to innuendo is tight. I guess. So anyway, James goes to help the hot daughter, but then Hinks manages to figure out where he's headed. How did he do that? Well, James forgot that there was a giant security camera in his face when Mr. White shot himself, so Hinks just looks at those tapes. Whoops. So then Madeline gets kidnapped because James led the bad guys right to her. Oh, he immediately messed up that promise. Yeah, he's not too great at his job, and so then he basically rides a damaged airplane down a mountain, and coincidentally it crashes into the cars that the bad guys are driving. Very lucky. Incredibly lucky. So eventually he and Madeline figure out where the bad guy's base is, so they head towards there on a train.
Why is he taking her to the enemy base? Isn't he supposed to be protecting her?
Yeah, but she was like, I'm coming with you. And he's like, no, you're not. Actually, okay, yeah, sure.
Well, it is a convincing argument.
So now they're on a train, and James has an amazing white tuxedo, and Madeline has a beautiful dress on.
Well, where did they get those clothes? Did they go shopping off screen?
Yeah, whenever there's a little time jump, you can assume that they're shopping, because they're always in new outfits.
Oh, little off-screen shopping sprees.
So anyway, then Hinks shows up on the train behind Bond.
So he uses the element of surprise to shoot him in the back of the head?
Nope, he starts by kicking the table.
Oh, just as good of a decision.
So they have a fight for a little bit, and then Hinks goes flying off the train and dies.
So what effect did this Hinks guy have on the plot?
2 chases and a fight.
Oh, pretty good.
So eventually they end up at this lair, and the bad guy from the meeting reveals that he was behind all the bad guys in the 3 previous movies. It's all connected.
How does that make sense?
Oh, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about how this makes sense.
That was just one question.
My back is where you are, and I'd love for you to disembark at your earliest convenience.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing.
We're also gonna find out that the bad guy's real name is Blofeld.
Oh, okay.
The classic villain, remember? Yeah, this is supposed to be a big reveal.
Oh, well, it does. I don't feel anything.
Oh, dang it. Anyway, Madeline then tells James that she loves him.
Haven't they known each other for like 2 days?
That's right.
Very romantic.
Then Blofeld tortures James in a chair that has drills on it.
What do the drills do?
Well, the drills are gonna mess up his balance. He's not gonna be able to remember people. Just a whole bunch of stuff.
Wow, so how does James avoid the drills?
He doesn't.
The bad guy drills into his skull?
He does, yeah. It looks extremely painful.
So how does Bond keep going through the movie with all those horrible side effects?
Well, the effects don't work.
Well, why not?
Because that would mess up the rest of the movie. You can't have James Bond running around off balance, not knowing who anyone is.
Well, then why did you introduce the drills?
I thought it'd be cool.
They don't do the thing you said they do.
That's right.
Well, okay then.
Oh, also, Blofeld and Bond are kind of brothers.
What?
Yeah, they were raised together.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
So anyway, then thanks to an explosive watch, James and Madeline managed to escape.
Wow.
Yeah, and they blow up the entire base by shooting a single pipe, and then they run away.
Classic bad guy base move.
But it turns out Blofeld isn't dead.
Oh, so what does he do next?
Well, he kidnaps Madeline again.
Oh, he loves doing that.
Yeah, and he sets up this big arts and crafts thing for James. He has pictures of him printed and stuff.
Weird way to spend his time, but okay.
And then there's a bomb, so James has to decide between saving himself and saving Madeline.
Sounds like it's gonna be hard to choose.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just goes with both.
How?
Well, Blofeld gave him 3 minutes, and that's enough time to find Madeline in this building and then jump off the top of it into a convenient net.
Oh, well, thank God there was a big net.
Oh, and also this whole entire time there was like a surveillance thing going on at MI6, so that gets solved too.
Is that gonna have any effect on anything?
Not really, no.
So how does the movie end?
Well, Bond ends up with his kind of brother on a bridge, and he doesn't kill him.
Oh, how come?
I don't know, character growth, I guess, mostly because What If sequel.
Oh, that's smart.
And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like James Bond running around for a while and doing some things.
Yeah, sure, that's a good way to describe it.
And anyway, people really liked Skyfall, so as long as we don't mess this up like we did Quantum of Solace, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah. Well, there we have it. We've done all the Bond films, at least that Pitch Meeting's done. I think Honest Trailers has done a bunch of Sean Connery Bond films, but yeah, we're all caught up on Daniel Craig. We've done them all. And we ended with a whimper. As far as the Bond films are concerned, the Pitch Meeting was actually pretty good, but I think the Honest Trailer might have won this one. I think I like the Honest Trailer more. I feel like I laughed more on the Honest Trailer. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments. Which one did you pick between Honest Trailers and Pitch Meeting? Because yeah, I think the Honest Trailer gets more points here. But both talked about how everybody pretty much forgot Quantum of Solace, because that guy who was Madeline Swan's dad, I forgot about that. When they're talking about him in No Time to Die, I'm like, oh, maybe we never saw him. But we did. We did see her dad, and I totally forgot about that. Ugh. Do I need to watch these movies again? Like start from the beginning and watch them all? Maybe. I might. I don't know. I do want to do a watch through of all the Bond films, starting with Sean Connery, the first one, all that kind of stuff. Dr. No. I do want to start from the beginning, because some of those I haven't seen. I haven't seen any Timothy Dalton Bond films. I've seen no George Lazenby Bond films. Was there some guy between Sean Connery and George Lazenby? I don't know. Pierce Brosnan is the main one that I've seen. Roger Moore, I think I've seen one of his. I've seen all the Daniel Craig ones, but I feel like I want to go back and just watch them all in order, like whatever order they're in, just, you know, as far as release. Yeah, kind of see how that goes. So wish me luck. We've already done a poll as far as what was your favorite Daniel Craig Bond film, so I won't go through that again. Maybe I'll do a quick poll on your favorite between these two. Pitch Meeting always seems to win though when I do those types of polls, and I don't think Pitch Meeting was as good as the Honest Trailer in this case. That's just my opinion though. But Let's talk about it in the comments. What did you like about this movie? What do you remember about this movie? Maybe we could talk about that. And what was some of your favorite parts from the Honest trailer and the pitch meeting? Again, thanks for watching. Check out some of our most popular videos on the channel and our most recent reaction. You can also see some of the content creators I've got in the description. They got some great content and videos I think you would enjoy. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I will see you guys in the comments. I hope you have a great rest of your day as well, and I will see you on the next video.